by her own hand about her history, and I had a voice recording of her at one of the Justice for Grenville meetings where she was sowing seeds of ignorance and dissension, and I recognised that as exactly the kind of things that RCMO and various other intelligence networks engage in when they're in foreign countries. She was talking about how she was recruited to be in Iraq and Afghanistan as military civil recruitment. If you know what military civil recruitment is, because the terms military and civil are both used in the same sentence there. Military civil recruitment is basically the people who work for example, the British Army, and they go into Iraq and they look for all the Iraqis, they scout out all the Iraqis who are willing to take their own government down. Basically, that's what military civil recruitment engages in. They go into another country and they look for civilians that will support their cause against their own. So, you know, when you see people actively engaged in that pattern that you recognise from that background, and that's what their background is by their own admittance, then you put up a video just showing information that's already in the public domain and letting people hear the voice of the person say for themselves that they were posted in Iraq and Afghanistan. All of this is public domain things that was already in the public domain. Okay, the recording wasn't yet in the public domain, but it's a public meeting, a recording of a public meeting, right? So you should be able to post it without any trouble. But for some reason I got a strike against my name on YouTube, and I got the video removed and a ban from Facebook for 3 days over that video. So that just led me to think, well, all of this info was public domain information anyway, so is there something more to this? Of course there must be. If you imagine British intelligence had some
anytime you're waking up
situation, and then some random bod came along and just exposed that person. This is what they are, this is who they are, everybody now knows who they are. They've got like a neon arrow flashing above their heads. This is the RCMO person right here.
That's what happens when you're in the belly of the beast.
They're going to try and remove that information from the public domain, exposing who they are and what they're up to. So that's how I saw that. I saw that as they're just trying to basically curtail information from people, knowledge. You need to know who's who and what's going on, right? Anyway, the people on the ground as volunteers at Grenville and the survivors and whatnot know who that person is now, and that person has decided they're going to leave from involvement. But to be honest, when I see that all the team of that person is still working actively to do this, I can't accept that person has left everything to do with this. They're still there operating in the background, clearly. They're still basically giving orders to their little team. I wish I could point out names, to be honest, because naming people would be much more fruitful, but obviously I'm not going to get this radio station into any problems with anyone, and I'm not going to get myself into
Bless
problems
you
as well.
for that.
So, on a face-to-face basis, if anybody sees me out on road around the Grenville area, I live not far from the Grenville Tower, just pull me up and I'll chat with you. You can see me, I'm bait. I'm usually in red from head to toe, or a lot of red. So you can find me easy. I'm a bait bird, basically, so to speak. And we'll talk.
Yeah, so family, what can I say, family? It's an honor and a blessing to have you. I don't know, can you hear me?
Sorry, bro, please cut off.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah, I was just saying, it's an honor and a blessing to have you here, you know what I mean? And trying your best to wake up souls, you know what I mean? It's an absolute honor. Maybe this lead might work, you know? But I think we have to change this lead. Definitely. I'm going to take it out for a second. Yeah. What can I say? Oh, I can actually get you to work this way. Let's just make sure the volume's up. Yeah, so you know, I had to hear what you had to say and everything, and you know, I can't stop but big you up. I hope you're gonna come here, do a proper show with me in person.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. It would be better. I'll be more awake, more focused. I'll have more things that I can point out to evidence and whatnot in certain points. But I think I've furnished most of my points with good evidence. Like, you can go to the official website of the Inner Temple and find out their history and stuff over there. Then, with regard to their claims of the abolition of the Knights Templar Order in 1312, you can then go to the Sinclair family website where they document their own family history, and you can see from them William Sinclair was the head, the Grand Sovereign Commander of the Knights Templar Order in 1314 when he led them into battle against the English.
I hear that.
So it doesn't make sense to say in one breath on the official website of the Inner Temple that the Order of the Templars was abolished in 1312, and then 2 years later they resurface to basically overtake England with the Scottish.
I see.
They were never abolished. And finally, now, it's a pity we don't have the means of, maybe at some point we can post this if you have a website or something. The Knights Templar Order have started becoming more direct in this day and age. So, initially they invented Freemasonry as a cover and as a means to gradually indoctrinate people step by step into the Order of the Templars, basically. But now, I got, for example, a few months ago now, on Facebook, you know the little advertisements that pop up in the corners?
Oh, yeah.
I got one saying KTorder.org or something, and it's inviting people to just sign up straight for the Knights Templar Order.
I didn't know that.
You don't go through Freemasonry anymore to join the Knights Templars. They'll just consider you straight now, just like before they invented Freemasonry. So in the early period of the Templars, in modern history, in the times of William Sinclair, they didn't have Freemasonry. He was one of the inventors of Freemasonry.
So I take it that's what they called as the lodge.
Yeah, Freemasonry is just basically a ladder towards the Templar Order.
Yeah, the lodge.
Part of the ladder. Yeah. There's many ladders that open the doorway into Freemasonry as well, like the Rotary Club, for example. Now, anybody that knows anything proper about Freemasonry should know that the rules of Freemasonry clearly stipulate no member is allowed to actively invite anybody to join. You can't get invited. That's the rules. You cannot be invited to join. You have to join by your own free will, entirely. So you have to present yourself. So what they do is they drop hints to you in the hope that you will put yourself forward. They'll never tell you openly, do you want to join my lodge or join Freemasonry or this or that. Some people, however, they might break the rules for particular individuals as well. I was approached myself in 1996. Now I'm going to drop a bomb now. I'm going to drop a verbal bomb because I'm going to name a lodge.
Right, on that note, I'm going to put you back on the, on that lead, and hopefully, oh no. Every time I plug it in, that's what happens. Okay.
Welcome to Gift Gap's voicemail.
What?
The person you're calling can't.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. It's gotta work.
Yeah, sorry bro, I don't know what happened there.
It was me. I'm gonna make you talk live now, yeah?
Okay.
Because I had you on the actual microphone, but I don't like doing it that way because no one gets to hear what I'm trying to say as well. I don't know what it is about this phone, but I'm gonna, may have to get it changed. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, you go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, basically, I'm going to drop the name of the lodge right now. I was invited in 1996 to join Quator Coronati Lodge number 2076, the world premier lodge of Masonic research. Now, I didn't go through with the initiation. I chose not to bother. I was young at that time, I was only 18. It was in 96, so I was 18 at that time. And I didn't know quite what to make of it, yeah? My granddad was a Freemason. I had other family members that were. I heard a lot of talk about this while I was growing up. And I was made to think that this kind of thing is important. So I was considering it at the time. But I'm glad now, reflecting back, that I didn't uptake the offer. I basically had an initiation day, everything. It was all set. They'd arranged for me to go along there to the meeting and all that. But something happened and I decided not to bother. I decided this is not for me really. So I'm glad now looking back, because when I researched into who that lodge are. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't know about Freemasonry, I'm going to reveal something here. Anybody that really does know what they're talking about should know Freemasonry is dualism. And they work with a system, you can see it on the floor, the black and white tiles. The tiler of the lodge, in every ritual that they conduct an opening of the lodge ritual. And an opening of the lodge ritual includes that the master of the lodge is going to ask the tiler, is the lodge properly tiled? This means they're making a big deal of the black and white tiles on the floor. And you need to know why. Because you've got dualism heavily in effect in this system. And one of the aspects of dualism in Freemasonry is this. You've got the White Lodge and the Black Lodge. Now, people are probably going to be thinking Twin Peaks here, because they recently put a continuation of Twin Peaks on the TV, and you know, there's a lot of mention of the White Lodge and the Black Lodge in Twin Peaks. But I'm not talking about Twin Peaks now. I'm talking about reality. Freemasonry has a dual system for the lodges as well. The White Lodge system and the Black Lodge system. The White Lodges, that means the lodges that are on the official register. They're registered with what you call the Grand Lodge, the United Grand Lodge of England. Yeah? And the Black Lodges are not listed. They're basically off the register. They're basically what we would call the deniables, or the black ops people within Freemasonry, right? So the sister lodge, the Black Lodge, for Quator Coronati Lodge, is not even located in London. It's located in Vatican City, and it's called Propaganda Due. Now all the conspiracy theorists that are listening would be up in arms now. Oh my god, Propaganda Due. Oh shit, that's the P2 Lodge. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about the P2 Lodge. That is the sister lodge of the one that I got invited to. Thank God I didn't take up that offer, man. I would have been so stuck right now in a world of madness. I'm just glad. I can only wipe my brow and say, phew, I don't have to pull myself out of that one. Do you know what I mean? Because right about now, let's say I'm on a very different page from them. A very different page. I have been for all my life, but I guess the way I think appealed to them, and so they thought they would invite me. They would break their own rules at that time to put an invitation, a forward invitation. Do you want to join our lodge? The person who invited me is one of the highest ranked Templars in the world. And he broke their rules to basically throw an invitation. Yeah, hey, come. They even said they were going to pay my way. I told them, at that time I was telling them I'm broke. I came from Wales. I didn't come from London. I'm young still. I'm trying to make my life. This guy was telling me how, we'll pay your way. We'll pay for all your ceremonies and your apron and sash and everything. Everything that you need will pay for it. So I wonder, why were these people so willing to pay my way through this as well? It's a bit weird, right? But then I realised as time went on, they must have spotted something. They must have realised that in the future, if I'm not under their wing, I'm going to be like, how can I say, bird hunter, I guess. Needs a left wing or right wing. I've come to clip both of them right off. They anticipated that, and yeah, they probably weren't far from the truth, to be honest, because that's what I do. I've always been against oppression. I've always been that guy that I was kicked out of 17 schools for beating up bullies, for example. Yeah, that's my background. These people probably know all of my background by the time they came round to inviting me in, because they make it their business to know about you. If they've got their eyes on you for whatever reason, they're going to make it their business to know about you. That's just how they operate. They're going to do background research. And they can easily pull in massive amounts of information on you. I mean, just think about it, yeah? We're talking about an organisation that draws their membership from pretty much every level of society. You've got doctors, lawyers, what do you call it? You know, the benefits agency, all these people, there are people from all of these jobs under one roof. When you got all of these people under one roof in one room, you have a potentially very dangerous organisation now. Because these people can draw information about you from each one of their databases and put it all together in one file. And then you've got a complete picture of who you are and what you are. You see where I'm going with this? They're a powerful organisation, and I mean, I don't want to try and give them any more power in people's minds than what they have, because a lot of power basically is a subjective word. It comes from what we understand about somebody or a group of people and what we allow ourselves to have projected onto us. So that's one more point I want to make before I seal off now, is the word power. I just want to point out all of these people, including the people in charge of the Grenfell Tower inquiry and currently in charge of the government in administration, the Conservative Party and all that, all of them, they only have power because you believe they do. Do you understand? That's the essential message I'm giving you. They have power because you believe they do. You believe it, you accept it, you conform to it, and because of all of that, in large numbers, we're all conforming to this. We're brainwashed, basically. They use ceremonies and robes, coloured robes and things, and staffs and ways of walking down certain aisles in certain buildings and things. They walk in a certain way. All of this is designed to draw you in. To draw you in and to make your mind just click in to accepting them as authority. So the day you stop believing that these people have any power over you, then what can they do? I'm asking you. And I'm asking you to ask yourself that. What can they do when you stop believing? When you stop believing that they have that power? Not a great deal. And to be honest with you, the day you stop believing that these people have power, then that's the day they don't have any power. Their power will disappear or diminish in your imagination. So they're using your own mind as a tool against you to get power. It's really
Praise the Lord.
The power. That's just one thing I want to point out.
I have to say, praise the Lord. Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. I had to press the thing so that no, we're not still live. I'm live on the microphone, but I'm talking to you, and right, I can unplug this unless you got more to say. Do you have anything else you wish to finish off?
I'm pretty much done now. My last point was just about the word power, and Yeah, it was just about. Yeah, about the word power. I just wanted to put it into people's minds there that it's a concept. We've been enslaved by a concept, by the corporate slave plantation.
True story. Right. Right. What can I say? You've had my friend. Would you like to introduce yourself as yourself so they know who you are once again?
Yeah, I'll go by the road name, OG Dub, OG DUBB, and my friends basically just call me by Musa, my close friends. That's my name in it. I'm a convert to Islam.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? It's a bit confusing doing it this way. But you understand, it was kind of a technical fault with modern technology, yeah? So, that's the reason why you didn't get me and him conversing properly. I hope all the listeners understand that. You know, I do suffer with a lot of difficulties when it comes to modern technology, especially when it lets you down and it's not of your fault. And Musa, which I know you to be, what can I say? What a powerful experience it's been. To reason with you, I know you're tired. We had a good conversation this morning, and you know, more power, more strength to you, because you know you're on the right path. And as you know already, it's an evil order that they're trying to throw upon us. To block us from reality, you know. But at the end of the day, we can't lose hope, because the Lord's hope is the only way, and the Masonic people then must fade away, because them curses has to be broken. As I always say, it's witchcraft they're throwing on all the people to keep us confused. But it's up to us to break that witchcraft and stand in our power as parents, as human beings.
They are, yeah.
You know? So, what can I say except for, man, there's so much I gotta do.
Can I make a point just quickly
yes,
before I go?
Yes, of course, my brother. Please, please. Go ahead, my brother. I beg you, please do.
Okay.
Because it's an honor and a blessing to have you here.
I was just mentioning about the word power, and it's interesting you talked about how they've got us all under witchcraft.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because what's come up in my mind now is basically about what witchcraft is. I want to point out here, most things come down to words. Words are power, basically. I want to emphasize here that the ritual of Freemasonry talks a lot about the word, yeah? And they're going on about a secret hidden word or a lost word.
Well, there's a lot of spells in the words.
On the word here is to place importance on language, to show you how important language is. Now, what I'm going to say here is it doesn't hurt to draw wisdom from their things as well. As long as you're not actively engaged in the witchcraft itself, you can take the wisdom that they have and use it for yourself as well. You should do. I encourage you to do that. Where they've got wisdom that has nothing to do with their religion, take it and use it. For example, I'm going to blow one of their biggest secrets right now, and this is a gold mine I'm going to give you now. One of their secrets is a formula that they use. Thesis versus antithesis equals synthesis. This is a formula of words. Now I'm explaining to you how witchcraft tends to work in general. Through words. What word do we use to concoct words from the alphabet letters? The word is spelling, right? Spell. How do you spell this? How do you spell that? The word spell, it means to do with witchcraft, right? So I'm going to put to you, that's why they put a lot of focus on the word in Freemasonry ritual. Because words are power. You gain influence over people with words. Words are something that come from within you as a force, a concept that is generated in your head, and then you put that concept through the airwaves into somebody else's head by your words, your speech. And how well you convey that concept to the other party is based on how well you formulate your words, right? So basically words are important. I want to just point out to everyone, if you study grammar and persuasive speech and neuro-linguistic programming, things like this will get you a long way in life. A long way. Not only for your own benefit, but I'm talking about recognizing when these people are doing it to you, when they're trying to play word games with you.
Power to you, brother.
If you can recognize it, like logical fallacy, for example. I bought a book once. I want to recommend this book. The book is called How to Win Every Argument. Read it. Don't fall into basically don't fall into using the logical fallacies that are in the book. And the book itself will tell you that. Don't use them because they're nonsense, they're rubbish. If you come up against someone like me in a debate and you're trying to use logical fallacy, prepare to get destroyed. Because I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to make you look like a fool in that debate. Because I've read books like this so I can see what you're coming at me with. If you come at me with logical fallacy, I'm going to rip it apart.
Right on.
Watch the Grenfell Tower inquiry video, and this is what I used to tear the judge apart. If you watch and listen carefully to the inquiry, to the point that I made, you'll see the judge tried to answer a different question from the one that I asked him. Now, again, this relates back to the witchcraft thing, because they're trying to play games with you by spinning things on you.
Absolutely.
What he tried to do is answer a different question, right, to the one that I asked. You would only catch this if you studied persuasive speech, neuro-linguistic programming, logical fallacy, all these kind of subjects. So the note I will finish on actually is going to be one to tell you to research these fields, because I want to see all the powerful people, the real people with the proper ideas here, the proper concepts, the things that need to get said in places like the Grenfell Inquiry. I want you to empower yourselves more. And if you study these fields, you're going to be very much more empowered. Knowledge is power, right? These topics that I've just referenced here, that's like your chopper on the field. That's your AK-47 right there in the inquiry. Your bullets are going to be fired from your tongue. So you want to be armed heavily. Your AK-47 is neuro-linguistic programming, logical fallacy, all these things. Like I said, don't use logical fallacy, but recognize when it's being used on you, so you can combat it. So just some little nuggets of information there for you to work with yourselves as well, before I leave you guys for now. And yeah, in future, as the brother said, I'll be back on air again, and I'll have a lot more clarity of mind, because I'll be properly awake and focused. This was a bit of a random. We spoke last night on the phone, and my brother said, yeah, would you like to talk on air tomorrow? And I said, okay, cool. But then things came up and I was awake late and my mind is just not focused right now.
It happens to us.
But in the future, when I come back online again, I'll be more properly prepared and I'll be able to speak a lot better, more clarity.
Well, brother, if you can hear me, yeah, as I've took you off here for a second, I just want to say thank you so much, yeah, for giving your all on what's happening in that subject. And you know, we're going to do this right. I know that you was up late, I was up late, talking via phone and stuff like that. And I also had many other conversations coming through my phone. Yeah. And, you know, I can't thank you enough. And I'm putting you back live again to finish off.
Oh yeah, you want me to just round up, yeah?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Is it on air again? Yeah, okay. So, basically, I've pretty much said what I want to say, for now. Just to remind everyone, the last thing I'll say is just to basically, I'll bolster what I said earlier, which is just remind everyone, just put the pressure on the police for arrests of natural persons, because that is the next step. We're pretty clear that the Crown Prosecution Service accepted my point made at the inquiry. It was published in the Independent newspaper not long afterwards, that they're considering arrest of natural persons for manslaughter by gross negligence. So why didn't they follow that through yet? We haven't heard of any arrests, and that's it pretty much.
Well, you know why? It's because I know now you're listening. The reason being is because obviously when they're protecting those that pay them their wages, it's very hard to get out of that clause. Now I've only got like 10 minutes and I must play some music and I must get a break for a few moments. And what can I say except for I pray that as soon as possible me and you're going to do a show.
Okay, yeah? Bro.
And it's an honor and a blessing to have you, Musa. You don't know. Swagger Joe always got to rise you up. And yeah.
Before I cut off the line,
go ahead,
remember
brother.
The police are under oath to us through the Crown, not to Parliament.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, we're still, you know, we are the people that are paying the taxes,
so pull them up on it.
Say that again? I think. Hello?
Yeah, I was just saying, just pull up the police on their oath. Because this pulling them up on their oath is a strong thing, you know.
That is so true. And the thing is, it's only when you're equipped with the law in your mindset and you throw it upon them, that's the only way to get them to actually work by the law, because a lot of the time they know the law but they expect you to know it to throw it at them. And
that's it.
That's the spell we got to break now. We want clarity in government, we want clarity in law. You know, that's why I'm here. A lot of people ain't aware, but you know, it's all good. Time will tell, by man's deeds he shall be known, and all those things which I see coming through you. And power to you, brother, for those inspirational words of wisdom that came out of you. And may the Lord always guide and protect you.
I all the time in my community, brother. The police run away from me.
Yeah, of course, because one thing with the truth, you know, it scares a lot of people. As you can see what's happening to Theresa May and her party and the rest of them who are not true to the cause or you know, shouldn't be there on the front.
Next time the police try and stop and search you on the street,
yes,
go at them. Assertive but polite. Challenge them.
Always.
Tell them this is penalisation of poverty. Those two words there, penalisation of poverty, those three words there are powerful. Yeah. Trust me on that. They'll run away from you.
For real.
If you go in on that topic, they'll run away from you.
Yeah. So, you know, that's knowledge for the youngsters of today who needs that more so, as well as the elders who are unequipped in knowing that kind of knowledge. So, you know, power and strength to you for that. I do have to play a tune and all that sort of thing very quickly because I've got like less than 6 minutes. So I'm going to play a softly tune by Kevin Stevens. And brother, I'm going to talk to you off here. As you don't know, it's an honor and a blessing to have had you. And once again, that was Musa. And he's part of the Grenfell Inquiry.
You don't know my brother.
He's a top man when it comes to him and many others, because there's a lot others as well that are standing up for the rights of Grenfell. But you know, when you got the government involved, they're always going to try to come with their witchcraft, but we're here to break it as the children of the light. And on that note, let me go for a tune by Kevin Stevens. Can't live without your love. If it will go. What's that? I don't know what's happening here with this lead. Did someone mess with this lead or something? Oh Lord, somebody's messed with this lead. Somebody has messed with this lead. I'm not happy when this happens, you know. I really ain't. I really ain't. Can't hear a thing. This is ridiculous. Okay, I've got a different lead. Once again, as I wheel and come again with Kevin Stevens. Cannot live without your love. What can I say? Bring it back in our vibes. What is it with this thing? Oh Lord. I don't understand this lead at all, you know. Let's do my Oh no, don't ring me on that phone. Oh no. Oh. Hello? Hi Dad, are you downstairs? Okay, but please don't call me on this phone, because I'm using it for this stupid lead. Their leads are messing up every time when somebody comes here. I don't know who's doing it on purpose to mash it up for my shows. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Call me on my phone though, please. No, my phone ain't busy now. Okay. Thank you very much. Bless you. Dying to run to it and all. It's all happening. I had a beer and all. I love it. I can't wait to see you. Bless you, brother. One love, peace. Okay, I didn't even realize. You know something? I had so much people calling me. Yeah, me too. Alright. Ooh, I'm busting. Right, it's time for that phone thing to come off. Right about now, as I do, I'm gonna come off the live stream. Right about now.
Amiga Radio, 104.1 FM. News and views around the world.
Listening to Amiga News at 12. Mourinho has admitted drink driving and been banned from getting behind the wheel for 2 years. He was pulled over in Cheshire earlier this month after a night out while his pregnant wife and 3 sons were on holiday. Magistrates also ordered him to do 100 hours of unpaid work. 2 men detained by police on suspicion of terror offences following the Parsons Green tube bomb are still being questioned. 3 properties are being searched in Surrey and West London. The UK's terror threat level's been downgraded from critical to severe, which means an attack is highly likely but not imminent. Home Secretary Amber Rudd was questioned about a claim from Islamic State that more devices have been planted.
Well, they will always make claims that suit their intentions, but actually there is no evidence of that. But of course the investigation will continue to explore any leads.
Theresa May's flying to Canada for Brexit talks after deep cabinet splits emerged once more over her government's approach to leaving the EU. Boris Johnson set out his vision in a newspaper article, which has led to him being accused of backseat driving. Already devastated parts of the Caribbean are on a new hurricane alert. Storm Maria's heading for islands still recovering after they were battered by Irma. Antigua and Barbuda are preparing to be hit tonight. Our weather forecaster Nazanin Ghaffar says Maria is expected to strengthen to a Category 3 hurricane over the next few days.
That means a maximum sustained winds of 129 miles per hour, but it's not over then because it continues northwestwards and it heads over to the British Virgin Islands by midweek, Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, where it then upgrades to a Category 4.
Shares in Ryanair fell 3% in early trading after it announced plans to cancel between 40 and 50 flights a day. The airline says it's dealing with a backlog of annual leave. And Lady Gaga has postponed the European leg of her world tour because of health problems. She pulled out of a performance in Rio last week after revealing she suffers from fibromyalgia. In a post on Instagram, she says she's being honest about her physical and mental health struggles. That's the latest from the Sky News Centre. I'm Emma Joan.
Amiga, you're the thinking people station.
Do you want high-quality skincare? Are you concerned about the ingredients in the products that you're putting on your skin? Now you don't have to worry with Nika Deluxe Organic Skincare. We have handmade soap, body butters and lip balm. 100% natural, no artificial colour, fragrance or preservative. Buy some today at www.nikadeluxe.co.uk or call on 07582399468. Nika Deluxe for nature-kissed skin.
Big Business Investment Group, www.bbig.org.uk. Existing businesses, help us support a new generation of entrepreneurs. Do you need finance for your business? Do you need other support? Do you want to start a business? We can help with pledges, donations and gifts, membership, grants, fundraising, sponsorships. Register now. www.bbig.org.uk. info@bbig.org.uk. Telephone 07448 617 431. Landline 0208 253 1265. Think big. Be big.
They tell me that 10% of road accidents are caused by drunken drivers. So why don't the other 90 of you get off the road and let me drive in peace?
You can laugh about it, but as a driver, it's not just your life that's at stake. Don't drink and drive.
The Law Learning Circle presents Meet Your Strawman. Comprehensive classes demonstrating number 1, what is a straw man and its purpose? Number 2, when did it come from? Number 3, who created it? Number 4, is it real? Number 5, is it worth money? Number 6, how do I control it? Interested? Classes will be started in your area. Call 07873 541 444. That's 07873 541 444 for details.
The critics say outstanding, long overdue, worth the wait. The artist says heart and soul. This is Frenchie, Stallion King, and this limited edition CD LP. People had enough. Listen to the haunting ancestral recording and the brilliantly rearranged down presser man and the title track. People had enough. 12 outstandingly brilliant musical tracks. Frenchie, Stallion King. People had enough. Available at these record stores: Hawkeye Records, Starlight Records in Harlem, Supertone Records in Brixton, and Body Music in Tottenham. Available at iTunes, Amazon, and the CD Baby from Monday the 3rd of April 2017. This ad is sponsored by SES Music. Are you on your hands, guys? People have enough.
Announcing Blue Mountain special offers on sale. Tropical Sun sardines 12 pack for $5.99. Nestle Milo 1 kilogram for $6.99. Cocoa